give me this back.
All good?
Yep.
Thank you. I am out of here.
Is this your last game?
Yeah, I'm done for the weekend.
Very nice.
Alright, we'll see you.
See ya.
Mic test 1 2. Mic test 1 2 1 2. Day 2 of JWHL Canton wraps up here on the Red Ring with a 19U battle, and the face-off going to be won by what is the home team in Mount Academy. They're swinging it right to left. Is that one didn't chip through, but Neal can't quite leave the zone. Junior Flyers chasing it back. Quick dartle on the wall. Downs having a hard time getting on goal. Mount's working right to left, and Junior Flyers left to right here this evening. It is 3 20-minute periods. We'll get an intermission after the second, only about a minute after the first, so not going to want to go anywhere. This game will fly by, and we'll catch your sleep in. Andreas Strasser can't get through the blue line. Chase it back down, goes Tevye Blue behind the net. Royce Downs having a hard time getting through the circle, and Mount steals aside, trying for a quick chance in front of the net. Defense has a better idea, but now give it up, and there's a save. First one of the night right there for Hannah Mortazavi. Mortazavi's a big reason why this Junior Flyers team has hung in some of their games, despite what their numbers say. They're 110-1 across their 12 games played. Mount Academy, on the other hand, 8 games. They are 5-3, trying to climb up a little bit, chilling in the 4th place spot across these 19 years. High slot, Mortazavi. Gets to the side. Out towards center. That one's kept in. Lisa McKinnon, where's the big good old crooked sits tonight? Bashed off the end wall. Now trying to scoop this one. They'll force it through the neutral zone all the way down. And that's an icing. So Mount Academy will have this one in the offensive zone. Face-off will be to the left side of Mortazavi. That one steered on back. Bashed off the boards. Pops out, cross at center. Brats to get this one, goes Rudder. She tries for a chance, not going to have it. Rudder circles, surveying the scene, left it up top. One hit a leg. Gets by Penny out towards center. Drexelius going to put it to her left side. Jabbed on ahead by Wendt, and Junior Flyers switch up the defense. 17:48 to go, period 1. Try to find Drexelius. Penny will fan on a pass. Hits the wall and now chased back down. Net down tonight is Petra Geisey from Mount Academy. Off the twine, in front, hits the wall. We'll tie up 2 to a side on that far side wall, and now knifed in. Evelyn Lefebvre. Groff drifting up there as well for Philly. Snyder staying back about at the blue line. Coming up ice, not going to be an icing. Bat side, left wing circle, off the pads. That one's worked off the wall. McDougal drift left, forces it in. That's going to clip a twig. Fan on, trying to get this one out of the zone. There's a Mount quick work, and we'll get it to center. McDougal waits on the right side. Shoveled up ice. Hits the boards, and now to change. Wrapped around to that far side. Is again will trying to step it up. Cross center, chase back down. McDougal gonna grab it in her own zone. 2 to a side along the wall. Finally pulled out of the pile. Slice and dice action. Reese Nagase couldn't drill that shot home, and here comes Mount. Off the wall, McNeil up on the forecheck. Put out towards center. Katazuki will sling it in. There's a pad stop, steering it into the right corner. Trip up, and now waiting at the blue line. McKinnon. And here go the junior Flyers crossing center. Telius into the zone. Backside left wing. Downs cuts and not going to have a chance. Mount quickly coming with speed the other way. Here's a look down the wall. Coggins snuck it. And no goal. Downs. Coming down the ice. McGonigal races up. Little forecheck action. Coggins smock it. Crossing blue. Backside near circle. Off the pads. What a stop. Junior Flyers, they may only have one win, but this team certainly a lot of grit and a lot of heart to it. Chris Bauer leading both this 19U as well as the 16U squads here in the JWHL for these little Flyers. Scooped off the wall and trying to leave it ahead. Martinez lost possession. McKinnon spins around. Rudder tied up with her. Up ice and now set left side. Big hit into the glass as the puck will pop loose. Heavy blue tried to work out of the zone. 3 college commits. Ellie Rudder to UNH. Jillian Snyder. No, that's Regan Snyder, excuse me, to Amherst. And Jillian said no to Franklin Pierce. Can't even read my own handwriting. We were late on a Saturday night. It's getting to be about that time of the day where that'll happen. Draw left side of the net, quickly won by Mount. Dougal spinning around out at the blue line, was ready for a on point area shot. McDougal, there it is, high slot, and couldn't rip it on goal. Takes a couple of hops to the far wall. On net, that gets blocked, they score! The rebound goes. Reese Baker makes it 1-0 Mount. So Reese Baker makes them pay on a chance in front. And that's certainly not the start you wanted if you're Philadelphia. Team that's really struggled out of the gate in plenty of their games. But we'll see what Coach Bauer's group has in the tank. McNeil dragged to the net. Oh, what a stop. Good action down there in front of Wardazavi. Well, 2-on-2 board battle again. Finally comes out of the pile. As the backhand hits the boards. Up ice. Here's a look. And Reese Nagais coughed it up. Worked out in front. That'll hit the pads and going to be swallowed up. Face-off will be to the left side of the cage. McDougal put it out to the point. Heavy blue will strut backwards. Wheeling up through the middle. This one getting it tracked down. Stewart, it's a stick. Here's Foot coming on goal. That'll hit the pads. It's going to be swallowed up. So we get an offensive zone face-off. Now it's Smocky putting it up the boards. Thrown out high, and now Mount again in possession, hits the wall. That one will come on net and rebound. Gonna go. That time it's Adriana Pepe. So time on it's going to be 8:23. And now we're going to face off at center with a 2-0 Mount Academy advantage. McDougal looking to win that back. Said Philly's got it. They're playing it around side. Martinez trying to track down the puck. Backhanded towards the net, and there's a chance, and knocked aside. With quick hustling, McKinnon at center. Martinez on the backhand will send it on over. That'll be swatted at center. Rudder trying to get the stick up there. Drexelius will throw it in all the way behind the goal line. Off the wall, comes to the blue line. Now hits the boards. Mount will give this one up. Martinez across center, lost the wall. That's it. Now Drexelius stands at center. And Rudder going to be offside. Face off at center ice. Chanot was trying to play it to herself, hustling in. The line, they had the hand up for what would have been a delayed offside. For a circle, into the net. And with 10:34 to go. Score going to stay 2-0. Graf is forced it off the near wall. Chanel, the quick cut ahead, trying to play to herself. Chases it all the way. Freed up at the line, not a lot of space to move. Side to side. McGonigal sending it in. McNeil towards the center stripe. McNeil left it along the boards. Is now Philly with some quick ups. Here they come. On her horse. Fed up the gut and not a shot. There's the stick getting tied there for the guys. Take it across the center line. Now into the zone. Quick drag, high slot, and comes loose. McGuire pumped to the middle. The guys in over the blue line. And pops up. This was a delayed offside. And so now Mount will work from their end ahead. Febre will break in onside. Pump to the middle and gets grabbed. Break in and out of chance. Out of play. One of the boards in the air. Blue trying to hold the zone. Thompson tracks it down behind the net. Up, hits the glass, and comes back out towards the center line. Bowie going D to D with 8:13 to go. Left out through center. And that'll be an icing. So face off back to the offensive zone. Held along the boards and try to jip that one out the other way. Here comes Mount with an opportunity. On that, Pepe! Gonna bury it! Adriana Pepe with her second of the period. It is 3-0 Mount Academy. So can't complain about that if you're Mount Academy at all. Time on it will be 12:05, and now we're going to face off at center ice. One Martinez. Lay it out across blue. Rudder will get over the line. Backside right wing. Played to the net and couldn't angle it in. Now here's the quick hustle through neutral. Rolling up the ice sheet. McKinnon wide. Febre gonna wait along the far boards. That'll come across the stripe as the through-goal wheels on back, forcing it ahead. Clips the stick. Dritzellius off the wall. Clear out towards center. Racing over the line. Rudder beyond the right side circle. Gonna get tripped up. And we will get a penalty. So 7:01 to go. Period number 1. Mount Academy will be shorthanded. It's Williamson who takes the trip call. 2026 defender. That pops off the boards. Again, 3-0 to score. Pepe's got a pair. Baker's got the other from Mount Academy thus far. Surveying the scene. McGonigal forced in deep. McGonigal is, they're working a weird-looking triangle. Takes a hop out to neutral. Triangle is definitely not the thing you want to see because Cole does come in that shape. But Christmas is next week, so no fan. Cole's the last thing you want to find in your stocking. And right about now, the joke is Cole's too expensive. So what about some wood pellets? And you definitely don't want a wood pellet either. That's the last gift you want for Christmas. You, of course, want the joy of the season. And we're bringing you the joy of the season here in JWHL. Canton weekend, so wishing you, if you don't get it from anywhere else, the happiest of holidays. Sano, quick banker. Junior Flyers careful not to get caught in too many women call. Martinez crossed the center line. Bumped off the boards. Now a little hit line. If you're a big football fan, and I'm sure there's some in Philadelphia that might be watching. Philadelphia Flyers. Yes! Woo! All right. Junior Flyers going to break up the shutout bid. It's a power play goal. Philadelphia Flyers in action tonight, and most importantly, the Philadelphia Eagles just clinched their second straight NFC East after beating Washington 29-18. But let's see. The goal will be Riley Martinez. And so time will be 14:28. So again, 3-1's now your score. Broke it up the gut. Out to the neutral zone. They say it got tipped. Went trying to chase that down. Through the circles. Spinorama action crossing blue. Now flies over center. Can't waltz into the zone clean in a 2-goal game. No chance on goal right there. Here comes Mount. On their giddy up. Herrig. And Junior Flyers using some good sticks. Got back into the zone and put up off the wall. Strasser now going to head to the bench. Down to 4:38 to go. Split through two defenders. Won't have a whistle. Up and going to deflect right on back down. Tries that wrap. Nothing's there between the circles. Towards center. This gets picked off. Martinez will get it up over the blue line. Chet gave that up. A little cold here in Canton tonight. It's Pepe looking for the hat trick. Kicks it to herself. Comes on goal. Wrapped in front. Oh, what a stop. Mortazavi comes up in. They left it to Pepe. And she didn't have a chance. Philly will bring it across center. Whip shot hits the shoulder. Stays in play. Dougal up the right wing side. There's a paddle. Deflecting action. Dougal stand on the red line and thrust it in deep. Left side, here's the stretch pass. Sano over the red line. Breaking in offensive territory. Sano, the center, too much. But out to the blue line. Here's Schneider again trying. That hit some skates. Thrust up the other way. That'll hit the boards. Cannon trying to track that one down. Cannon's back in. Now Penny can't settle. Groff will throw it past Wendt. Wendt holds on south of the goal line. Out to Blue. Going to take a hop. Sano trying to get there. Coughed up, and now the Junior Flyers rolling on back. Towards center, it's fired up in the air. And now we get a whistle. Mortazavi going to freeze the play. So face-off will stay right down on this side. Sounds like we got a little Taylor Swift being played down below us. And Mortazavi will glove it out of the air. So we'll continue to have an offensive zone face-off. As it'll be to Mortazavi's right in the offensive zone for Mount. No wrong with that at all. Quick ups, and Mortazavi had it go over a net. Cross at center. Here's some speed. Reason the guys can't find the center. It's like we do have a delayed penalty call coming up against Mount. We'll see a Junior Flyers second power play in a moment's time. And there on the puck touch shot, the call is going to count. Going to be for cross-checking. So into the offensive zone comes this one. Long chip shot hits the pads and comes loose. That'll hit the shoulder. And now again, nothing's there. Philly trying to start 2 for 2 on the power play. On net and going to get frozen up. So Mount with a big cover right there. Now they'll make the change. So down to 1:29 left on their power play. Out of the zone it comes. Mortazavio come out of net to set up. 55 left on it. Ball to hit, crossing center. Sano gets over the blue line, and she's hammered down. She'll spring up as they get over. Stewart gave it up. And no whistle's going to come as Mount trying to complete a change. 40 seconds left on the kill. Up ice, so at the last, Martinez going to lose it. Darts over center, weaves into offensive territory. Drilled out high, and the shot, right. That does it for period number 1. 3-1 is your score in favor of Mount Academy. Pepe's got a pair. We'll take a minute break, and then we hit the second here on JWHL YouTube. Back for period 2 here on JWHL YouTube in Canton, Mass. What a game we got going on. U19s, it's 3-1 favor of Mount Academy. It's been a fun one and exciting one. Junior Flyers trying to load up, get some more offense. Scored on the power play the first time, and it looks like this time going to go for a not. As Sass will come out of the box, and we are indeed back to 5-on-5, so Mount's 1 for 2 on the kill. Launch, slapper, hit a body in front. And now directed up ice. Here's a chance. Pepe comes in all alone, deeps around and scores! There's a heading! The backhander gets it done! So Pepe finishes off the hat trick here early in period 2, just 42 seconds in. Took it all the way down the ice. So right after they finish killing off the penalty, out in the shot, and that goes up and out of play. behind the net. That one's going to come free. Around along the boards. That'll come across side. Crossed over the line. Now there's nothing. Racing to the net to backhand, and that'll get frozen up. Face off to the offensive zone here for the Junior Flyers. Push down across the center line. Back to go get it once more. The Junior Flyers. Up through the air. Stewart settles down. Neutral territory. She treads ahead. McDougal. A little bit too much muscle on that. Into the zone. This one going to get grabbed onto. Half down up top. That's blocked. Drexelius drops back. Sass put it off the wall. Drexelius again holding on possession. Takes a couple of hops. McKinnon across red. Gonna break over the blue line. Chased all the way down behind the net. Elevated up through the air, takes a couple of hops, and going to be a nice egg. Crossing the line. McGonigal rolls the wall. Stick loose. Hit to the glass. Is again to go get free. Elevated on out. Now dropped. Quick scramble to the goal. Sano tries to work it out of there. That gets kicked there. Now the try off the boards. Sano spins around about at center. That one's lost in neutral territory. Off the wall, track back down, neutralized. Rudder shoots it off the boards, track back down behind the cage. 4-1 now your score. Pepe completing the hat trick early in period 2. Up in the air. Henning will turn through the zone. That's it, lost it all on the boards. Routes in. Put out through neutral. Mount trying to rush up ice. That kick down, and Mortazavi knocks it out of there. Off the glass. Back cross center. Slid over the blue line, and now the drop pass. Here's a chance to pass, and the rebound goes. Sydney Sass makes it 5-1. So time will be 6:20. Back into defensive ice. Chanel lost it. Baker nudging it ahead. Corner shot in around the net. Pressed out by McGonigal towards the red line. Out circling. Sass takes a hop and plays it in. That'll get frozen. One back, and here come the Junior Flyers, crossing the line. Down to the dart through the circle to the net, and what a stop. Darting and weaving, the shot gets blocked. Forced out up top, and again, Mount forces that one away. Bumped off the boards, trying to track it down. Across the center stripe, hits the boards. Sonell trying to track this one. Here's a little, let's see, as it's poked away. Avery McPhee was trying to come on goal. McNeil leaves it for a defense, 11:50. Lead out of there by McNeil. Again, she works that goal line, almost like a tightrope. Pulled off the boards and nothing doing. Skated in on sides. Royce Downs up the ball. Here comes Mount on sides. Beyond the left wing circle. Circles the net up top and again picked. Gets the boards forced out. They'll reset. Rudder in the circle, coughs this one up. Pepe able to chase it back down. Feeds it high. The jab over the net. Pepe in the high slot. Debbie Blue back in possession. And Pepe forcing it deep. They off the boards. Now again settled down, comes loose. And we do get a whistle. Looks like we're getting a penalty. So the call will be cross-checking. Bryn McGuire off in the box here for Philly is we're 1 second away from the halfway point of this contest. Crossing the line, Stewart up the right wing wall. It's tied up. McGuire's ready to get out of the box. Ship side. Trying that spin around on net and into the glove. Mortazavi able to hold on, 9:07 to go. Face off to Mortazavi's right. Try that one off the pads. Waiting out at the blue line, trying to flick that one through. A 2-on-2 action. Bashed off the wall all the way down. Now it's chasing this. There's a big hit. Spinorama behind the goal line. Katsarukas has a hard time, and now we're getting another whistle. We do have a delayed penalty call coming up. Face-off will come to the left side of the cage. So cross-check was the call. McDougal off to the box. And we're going to be even at 4-on-4. Out at the line, kept in. There's a breadbasket save. So offensive zone draw here for Philly, and they are on the power play for 1:43. Debbie Blue, long clapper, hit a lake. Mount Academy trying to hustle up towards center. Again, there's the junior Flyers. That one sliced and diced around. Dragon coming on goal. It's the mitt, and that's covered up. 7:28 left to go. So an offensive zone face-off will be coming up here for the Junior Flyers. Annabelle Machit trying to win this draw, slings it back. Thrown on goal and going to bounce wide. Well, turnaround action, and that hits the pass. The chance again, and not going to be good enough. So, get a power play. One's put off the boards and kept it. Martinez, drop feed. Out at the blue line. 45 to go here for Philly. High slot that gets fanned on. Riley Martinez able to track that down. As again they circle, looking around for the room. Here's the center, and takes a hop to the far side. Drexelius to the far side circle. And I can't steer or look on as Mount's going to get it clear. McDougal's ready to get out of the box. And out she'll come is Mount's lead going to stay at 4. Tipped around at center. Stick gets thrown. And we got a whistle. So heading to the box goes Tressa Thompson. And it'll be for kneeing. Drexelli is going to join Thompson in the box. Ship cross rink outside the circle. Mount will walk the line. Here's Pepe waiting inside the zone. Put off the wall. Set up the gut and going to be frozen. 5:38 left. One tipped out to the blue line. Pepe walking the zone. Thrust all the way opposite corner. Put off the glass and try to bank it out to Blues. Again, this one dropped down. They'll come to the net. Now trying to crash, and that slid wide. So he pushed out, top of the key. Pepe Watson forces on over and try to save that. Into the zone. Here's a chance. Pepe lost possession. 35 seconds left on Thompson's penalty. McNeil Trying to play up in front of her. Little dropping back and forth action. 7 seconds. Shipped wide right. Good to the bench. Straight direct Celius. So back at 5-on-5. Your Flyers have been good on the kill today. Brought out through the neutral zone. Mount hits the reset button. Dribble over center. Chinks the glass. Here's Stewart rolling. And that'll get swallowed up. So 3:18 to go, and good to have an offensive zone faceoff. Face off, going to stay here in the offensive zone for Philly after the freeze. Ball over center. Was down, trying to come on goal. Tried the chance, and he couldn't bury. Ripped up top, down to the backhand. 2:30 left to go. Here's Mount again hustling. And that's frozen. Oh, Petrogosecki freezing the play. Led back into the zone. This one picked up. Rudder bring it in on side. It's up the right wing wall. Baker over to Herring. That gets scooped. Carrasco wheels around, 105 seconds. Herring along the near wall, lost possession on this, drubbed it over center. And on the tip, Junior Flyers again retreat. Now 1 and change to go, period 2. Rudder fed up the gut. Clipped down off a twig. Hits the far boards, clips over center. Comes off the wall, and now they'll try. Williamson ahead, behind the goal line. Crosses out through neutral. Koskamiecki will break over the blue line. 48 seconds. Not going to have a look. Drexelius in the circle. McGonigal trying to break over the blue line. Too much to handle on this one. Trying to come, and that's frozen up. 31.4. So the face-off in the offensive zone, Juliana Sino gets Ashley McPhee. From fan on, get a big hit to the boards. Federley turns back on her heels, wheeling this one, trying to come on, that hits the side of the net. 15 seconds, Fedorov. Now here goes McNeil crossing the line. McNeil over blue, meets black. Trying to come on goal, that was blocked. Seconds will wind down. And to the intermission, Mount Academy is going to take a 5-1 lead. Pepe with 3 goals. Polt and Baker have the others, and Martinez with the lone Philly goal. And we're going to get a little Christmas jazzing going on here inside Canton Ice House's Red Range. So we're at intermission. Again, it's 5-1, 20 minutes left to play. When we come back, is Mount Academy on top. Everybody's going to waste no time getting ready to go here for period number 3. It's been a long day here in Canton. It's been a long weekend, and it's wrapping to a close pretty quickly. Last game of the night over here, and 14U's Valley Junior Warriors, they're all knotted up over there on Blue Rink in the last game of the day. And then there'll be 3 games on Blue Rink tomorrow morning and 2 over here on Red, and that'll wrap things out. But again, we're back at it. Mount Academy traveling right to left, and there's a shot just wide left. More to Zombie down there in the blue paint. Junior Flyers, quick hustling, look it over center. Sano back beyond the right circle. Lost her edge. Now costs this one up. And McNeil trying to rush it out of there. Downs trying to force up front, and that squeaks through 5-0. So the Junior Flyers going to be within 3. So face off and comes to center ice. Pepe kicks at this one. Just in behind the net. Now we'll try from that side wall to angle something out in front. Quick hustling up ice. Ball gets smacked, it gets over center, breaks over the blue line. Got pass behind her. Bowie sent it side. Now on net, and that's blocked. Here's the try. That'll hit the pads. Flips up in the air and takes a bounce in the corner. Freed up from both knees and out towards blue. Whipped in and got blocked on the way. Dory McGonigal through the left wing. Hits a stick on the way. Martinez knocked aside. There's a chance. Pepe breaking out over blue. Cuts across center. Pepe had it poked away. And that hits the shoulder. And working the corner wall and gave this one up. Lefebvre just for the high slot. And can't get that through. So down at the blue line here by Mount. Driven in, that one got fumbled. Sturz was hoping she could have a chance. Downs puts it right back in. Junior Flyers will hit the reset button. Get it across towards that blue line. And Billy was desperately looking for a chance there, didn't have one. Picked in the circle, now bounced out towards the line. Spun and gonna get covered. So 3-goal difference, 5-2 with 16-18 left to play. One gets hurled on out for neutral ice. Then the Junior Flyers race up, trying to find a chance. Out at the center strike. Dougal dropped it. So no on goal. Just scored one. And that comes just right. Graff tries to settle this putt down. Surgeon with some authority here. They come into the zone. And surveys the space. Not going to have enough. Racing through the circles. Up ice, here they come. Not a chance. Caitlin Herring was hoping she could swing it to the house. Near side wall, jammed right back down by Strasser. 14:42 left to play. In the corner, rides up off the half wall, settled back down beyond the right circle. That got blocked as it kicks out for the neutral zone. Up there, it's elevated out of play. So Royce Downs sending that one to the netting. Offensive zone draw here for Mount. Bowie inside the zone, forced on goal and sticked out of there. Chased down, that one forced up the boards. Waits at the blue line, kept in. To the middle, here's the chance, off the pads, and the rebound won't go. Comes past Bowie once more across center. And that one gets frozen with 13:59 left. So face off in the offensive zone. Put off the wall. Trying to center that one out. Lefebvre loses. McDougal. It's one too far. Nice little stick check and couldn't drill it. Now the other way, Lefebvre works it at center. Comes up and that'll hit a stick and trickles all the way down left side of the cage. Flips a Royce down, takes a hop up the gut. Circle and stirs will put it off the boards. Mount right back in, 2-on-1. Williams coming on. Oh, what a stop, and that'll trickle in. Jordan Williamson as that one pops out to her. Gonna pop it home. So time on it will be 7:08. Mount will win this. Quick little set off the wall, forced in deep. McDougal's hanging around out at the blue line. On the net, they shell it over, now up the middle. Swatted too far left. Eric was trying to tuck it in the post. Comes through neutral all the way down. And that's an icing. So we'll get an offensive zone face-off coming up here from Mount. So face-off going to come to the right side of the net. That'll pop off the pads. Second chance, slid too far. Tracked by McNeil. She'll lose that. February can't get it through. And they'll try and bind the goal line. Out of the zone, here's the hustle. The guys now over the blue line. That side right wing and into the glove. So it took them a few seconds to freeze the play. But difference will stay 4 goals, 6-2, 11:36 left. This one won back out to the blue line. Sped through the circle. Chased down by Fennerly out in front of the bench. And here's going to be a change 2-on-1 from now. Left side circle. Taking it out. Man, oh man. 7-2 is your score. Mount Academy's bench is loving it. Time on it will be 8:40. And that's Coogan Smockett. Face off, dumped, and in neutral zone place. And with a quick jab there. Dougal still battling for possession. Shot all the way down behind the goal line, 11 minutes ago. Chanel will come over center. Bowie in her own zone. Wheels right back behind the goal line. Down the center, that gets clipped. I can smock it. Gonna get stuffed. On the 10:30 left to go. That hits the boards. Down to roll over the blue line. Going to cross the center stripe. Into the zone. Down. Near side circle. Dives for the shot. And pops off the pads. Down's trying to work from the back out. Going to corral that one on her stick and go for a Michigan-ish style goal. Downs weaves the lane. Inside the blue line. Back beyond the right circle. Fumbles this putt. She's down on both knees. The February snarls off the wall and left out to the blue line again. Gonna go over the net. Slashed aside from Bowie. Takes a couple of hops. McKinnon over center. High slot. She'll drag and tipped. Gonna be swallowed up. 9:28 to go. Here, period number 3. So both squads are gonna make some switches. Trying to keep those legs fresh. Banked up off the glass. And here's going to be an opportunity, and too much. Tried to go for that whipper to the net, and nothing there either. A little help from the friends. Rudder put it off the shoulder. In case you care about anything on the junior hockey landscape, keep a close eye on a game down in Estero, Florida right now. Hampton Roads and Coral Springs. They're tied at 3 in overtime. Worked for the junior Cats during the school semester, and of course they were on the road here after college got out at a junior Blades and Ateneo's game, and now they're in Estero at this showcase, and they just lost. Is Philly gonna bury? They're just trading goals here in this third. So junior Cats falling 4-3 in OT. Hampton Roads, best of the Typhoon Hockey Club of Lake Worth, Florida, 9-0 this morning. And then they turn around and beat a very tough Coral Springs team, 4-3. There's a trip up. So Coral Springs' last chance to finish 2025 out with a win is tomorrow morning playing Potomac. Towards the net, that'll bounce around off some twigs. Around the center stripe, breaking in once more. Snyder chases this one back out. And that's going to get frozen up. So we will have an offensive zone face-off. And it'll be the left side of the net. And that squeaks it off the draw. So the Junior Flyers continue to hang alive in this one. Philly just keeps on pressuring and won't go down without a fight. So it's a 7-4 hockey game with 7:54 to go. Bounces through the far circle. Towards in debt and couldn't get anything through. Sano trying to work to the goal. She's now got 2 in the game. She lays on her bottom behind the net. Trying that kicks off the pads. Here goes nothing from Mount as he'll turn it up ice. Crossing the line, McNeil darts over blue. Back beyond the right wing, and there's a stop. So 6:48 to go in a 7-4 game. Face off the boards. And that gets lost. Bash off the wall. McGonigal, quick break over center. Into the zone, a little tie up. Here goes Mount with a quick rush up ice. Right wing side, there's the slice, and to no avail. And 5:45 to go, that's backhanded left. Rudder holding on to center stripe as this one bounces around. Rudder behind her own blue line. Plays it up to herself. Now gets a little up from her friends into the zone. And he forced around and that'll be tracked after. 5:22. Penny through the middle. McDougal. And Lefebvre off the leg. Trying for a long clapper again. McDougal standing at blue. Martinez again tries to pull that aside as it hops all the way down behind the goal line. Martinez through the circle. Pushed up across center. Now again with sub 5 to go. Snyder sent to the right. Elevated towards the blue line. That one gets kicked at. Drexelius will spin around behind the blue line. She waits again. High slot, there's a chance, and too much must have. High in the net, here's another chance, and that goes up out of play. So 4:09 in a 7-4 game. Closing down to the waning seconds. And that gets frozen up. Face off right side of the net. Bowie trying to win that back. And takes a couple of hops to the far corner. Quickly sliced back in behind the net. Lefebvre up top and couldn't get it there. Here's a rush coming the other way. McGuire over the blue line. Backside beyond the circle. Now here's a try as it's sent up top. On goal, that'll hit a leg. Will hit a stick. And here goes nothing for Philly trying to reload. Hoyt has a hard time settling. She breaks over the line. High slot and misfired that. Now a little redirection. Quick weave to the net and again comes loose. Crushed on over through the circles. Junior Flyers going to reset. Banked off the boards through center. Waiting, that'll get through neutral. And pops up for an icing. Face off right side of the cage. Sano able to get the dub there for Philly. Trickles on the doorstep. Sano still trying, crashes the goal, and we get a whistle. Pinned in deep behind the goal line. They'll slice for this, trying to get it out of there. Out to the line. The long shot from Blue. Kicks off the pad. Racing up. Pepe will force off the boards. Taken down. Minute 53. Window of a cross-check call. Is Blue sitting in the box? So Philly will be shorthanded for the remainder of this game unless, of course, Mount Academy able to strike. And that got played with a high stick in neutral. Face off in the zone, one back by Mount. Now we're come on up ahead. And deflected. Out through neutral. McKinnon will go and chase this one back. Behind her goal line, she'll work this hand over hand. McKinnon holds at the line. Trying to center that one. Lefebvre clears it in. Slice that in the corner. Exactly a minute to go. Angled, trying to come out to blue. Right in and steered away. Mortazavi, despite allowing the 7, has done some really good stuff in goal tonight. Baker on goal, comes wide. Broughton will keep it in the zone. Blanchard dropped off to her. Power play has 33, but the game clock only 23. Drag down Pepe and whip the ice sheet. 15 seconds. They'd have Garassi come out, but should wind the time down. Through neutral territory, crossing center. Bowie will break in, right wing side, and that indeed is going to do it, folks. Day 2 of JWHL Canton has come to a close. 7-4, Mount Academy victors in this one over the Junior Flyers. We appreciate you watching, and we will catch you back here tomorrow morning for the final games of the weekend. As again, Mount Academy victorious over Philadelphia, 7-4. Good night, ladies and gentlemen.